This week, a Trump-appointed judge decided to toss out charges from the United States Department of Justice against an accused Capitol rioter. Now, the charges that were tossed out had already been basically reconfirmed and upheld by 7 previous judges. But this Trump judge, by the name of Carl Nichols, comes along Monday and he says, hey, DOJ, guess what? You can't charge these people with interfering with an official congressional activity, such as, confirming the Electoral College votes. You can't charge them with that unless you know for a fact and you can prove that the individual in question tampered with documents related to the proceedings. Which would mean, of course, that unless a Capitol rioter somehow got into the Capitol and got their hands on the documents, the Electoral College votes, and did anything with them, molested them in any way, unless you could prove they did that, you can't charge them with impeding an official duty of Congress, which, of course, is the main felony charge that the United States Department of Justice has really been emphasizing this year with these Capitol rioters. Again, 7 previous judges had said, yeah, this is absolutely a relevant and proper charge. But this Trump-appointed guy, Carl Nichols, comes out and says, no, you can't do it. So not only does this affect the one defendant, but also as many as 270 others. Because if the DOJ cannot charge these people with impeding an action of Congress, they do not have a felony charge with which to hit these people, which means probably the worst they're going to get is misdemeanor charges for being inside of a federal building when they weren't allowed to be. Which means no prison sentences, probably not even community service, maybe just a little bit of probation, and that's it. And that is a devastating blow to these prosecutions. These individuals, whether they touched the documents or not, as Carl Nichols says, did in fact impede Congress's duties that day. Do you know how we know that, even without them touching the documents? Because it was scheduled to take place at a certain time and they couldn't do it because the Capitol was under attack. So yes, each and every one of those people that entered that building should be charged with that felony charge. That's not a mystery. That's not even complicated. You were in the Capitol when it was supposed to be shut off for the Electoral College certification. But because of your presence in there, and the person next to you and next to them and all the other hundreds of them, each and every one of your presences made it impossible for Congress to do their jobs because they were forced to evacuate and or barricade themselves into various parts of the building. Now, the DOJ has said they're going to appeal this, so hopefully the next judge that gets this is not going to be a rabid right-wing Trump supporter who probably wanted to be there with the Capitol rioters anyway. So hopefully this gets overturned, because if not, there's about 270 people that are about to walk scot-free for what they did on January 6th. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.